there. What's he doing? Oh. Hello. Easy now. Easy now. I cannot talk to him. Easy, dude. Why can I not talk to him? Is it because he's deep in training? Is that something I can pick? No. There we go. Yeah, that's really interesting.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Reminder of his youth.
Blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly. The lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
You know, that does suck in situations like this when you're trying to right a huge injustice. However,
Father, surely you can't
I feel with the Father.
There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
You could be... obviously, we're not going to use force on the Good Father. Let's take a look at our stats. I'm thinking the speech here might be the best bet simply because it's the highest.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
You know, I guess that makes sense. He's probably a smooth talk. Obviously, he's a smooth talker himself.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Take care now.
Meet the parish priest in the tavern in the evening. Can I ask him about work?
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
Oh, was that the bailiff that just walked by? I might want to talk to him.
And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
So he doesn't trust that she's knows what she's doing.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. God be with you.
Alright, so that'll give us something to do during the day. Let's see, was this the bailiff? Go and see Gertrude, the herb woman, find out what she incited the Ujit's women to do. Which way? I'm assuming this guy might have gone this way. Although I don't know. It's probably the better bet. Although I'm not seeing.
That will make you cry when you cut them, and cry for joy when you taste them.
Easy, dude. All right, let's go back this way. Maybe the bailiff went this way. At least I think that was the bailiff. Oh, is that him right there? Bailiff? Yes. Let's see if he has anything else to say.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Regarding Limpy. Oh, nothing about Limpy, but the priest.
Parish priest here in Ujits. He's a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken lightly.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he got up to though.
So that guy has an interesting story because he talked about he's practicing, reminds him of his youth, and then what the bailiff just told us. Let's make sure there's nothing else in here that's new. Yeah, we already talked about all of that. All right, so we're gonna need to find this herb woman, the herbalist. And that dude's still hard at work, training. He's like Steven Seagal. Isn't there a movie where Steven Seagal's a priest or something? All right, let's pull out our map. Will this tell us where the herbalist is? Not freely. So let's come back to the quest log. Let's take a look at the map here. All right. Oh, that's down by Tomber? Where's Ujits? Ravna. Alright, there's Ujits. So there's the center. If you take the path all the way out to the west, and then there's going to be a fork. Turn right at the fork, and it looks like that's probably going to take us up there. All right. So I think this is the path to the west right there. But let's grab pebbles. All right, let's go, boy. All right, how about that attention to detail? I'm assuming those are the spurs we're hearing. That's pretty good. Oh, is this a shrine? Let's take a look. So what, there was that one perk, where I think if you look at the shrines, and I assume it's probably just for the first time, then I think your speech goes up, your confidence, something. All right, let's take this a little slower now. Hello, Tabius 10. Can you chop off heads? That's a good question. I do not know if that is something that happens during a fight. I am not aware of a skill or of a, I don't know, I guess you want to say button that would automatically do that. But it could be part of an animation. I'm not sure about that. I've not gotten into too many hand-to-hand, melee combat fights as of yet. All right, I think this is where we want to go. I assume you're asking, very similar to like The Witcher, how Geralt will take off a head, part of the animation. And I think, does that happen in Skyrim also? But welcome to the channel. Thank you for visiting. No, that just leaves the water. All right, is this where she's at? I'm going to assume that's her. All right, let's turn good old pebbles around. Alchemy bench.
Jesus Christ, your clothes. Were you assaulted?
Oh, I need laundering.
Burn in hell.
I've come from the priest. You tell me, oh, she might know something about him. Let's start with Lubosh.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Because she's outside of town, so she might know something a little different, potentially.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Alright, nothing too revealing as of yet.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
Alright, yeah.
That's all.
Did not learn anything there. That's fine. Let's ask about... No, we'll ask about the priest.
From the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Let's see. I think we're gonna try this one.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's the truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
All right.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Wow, so it's very trippy. Can we use it to our advantage at some point, somehow?
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin?
Clink. So the one lady, I think she said Vera is from Skalitz.
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
That's my job now?
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women. May the Lord watch over you.
Go and see Gertrude. All right, so we completed that. Speak to the village women about the magical ointment. Let's see what training she has. I assume obviously it's going to be in alchemy or herbalism.
Could you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right. but it'll cost you.
60 groschen. Is it worth it? Let's try haggling. I was probably going to upset her, but let's try this.
Since it's you.
That's not enough.
Yeah, she's kind of upset about that. Let's go.
Agreed. Now, listen up.
All right, so those ladies, the three ladies, they were looking. They wanted the opportunity, the chance to speak to some dead loved ones. So this is not stealing. Now that would be. Start alchemy. All right, we're not going to get into that right now. And then this lady created this stuff, and now she's worried that they are not going to use it correctly. So now we have to go back into town. Yeah, that's the way. And talk to these ladies about, hopefully we can get them to either not use it or somehow be safe with it. And then hopefully that will help out with the priest, right? That's what we're doing this for. Trying to get in the priest's good graces. No pun intended, actually, on that one. Let's pick it up a little bit. We got a straightaway. Get back into town. And if we get this done before we meet the priest in the evening, that'd be great. Oops. Oops. Alright, time to slow it down now that we're in town. Let's park Pebbles. Then we have to find these ladies. Oh, the priest is already there? You're the maid. That's not who we're going to want to talk to. I mean, they could be anywhere in this town. Let's see if we can get a little bit of help. All right, so looks like over there we have the 3 shields. So one is on the other side of the river. The other 2 looks like they're off to the east of the church, however. So let's see what we can find. Let's head up to the church, this direction. It was further down. Unless they're inside of a house. That's a guy. Not seeing anybody back there. The guy also... Oh, here we go. Who's this? Alright, that's one. There we go.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
Oh. Let's go with the angle of the herb woman.
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? More money?
Ooh. Yeah, we want it because we want to talk them out of it.
It's not about the money. She's concerned about your health. That ointment can be dangerous, and she wants me to make sure you don't do anything foolish.
It can't have got any more dangerous since she sold it to us. Tell her we're ever so grateful for her concern, and goodbye.
That did not go well. Can I talk to her again?
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
Let's try the priest.
The priest? It's nice to find out what telltales you have for neighbors. But believe me, it's none of your business. Or the priest's.
Yeah, and that was kind of my concern.
It could be dangerous. Not just for your soul. That shit is poisonous.
So I'm supposed to believe the herb woman slipped us poison instead of the ointment?
She warned you it was dangerous. And now she regrets selling it to you. She's afraid you'll hurt yourselves.
She said that?
Oh.
But I can't believe it's all that serious. If she's really worried, tell her to come with us to the crossroads at night. But not a word to anyone else.
The crossroads at night. Go to the village women's meeting place at dusk. So I do not need to talk to the other women.
I'm not surprised. Betty was always good with her hands.
Right there. Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last time from Tamor, the one I buy goods from. And he said right away he'll take them. And how much do I want for them?
Well now.
I was surprised myself, but I wasn't sure Betty would even want to sell it. So I asked for a high price, and he said, that's fine. And started counting.
Alright. I would like to talk to the lady from Skalitz, though.
What?
You're not a lady. This is another one. I think this is the Skalitz lady. But you can't ask her about Skalitz. Alright, so we have that. So let's go back to... The priest was sitting...
Hey.
Waiting for you. The priest was sitting at the bar. Let's see if we can talk to him or if it's too early. What time is it? It's still early. It's only 2 o'clock. Now there's 2 things we need to do in the evening. We need to meet these ladies. I assume at the crossroads, and we have to talk to the priest. How are we doing on food? Nourishment. Let's eat a little food. Alright, that's good. Yeah, he's still there. Let's sit and then talk to him.
God be with you.
Have you thought of a way to help me solve that murder?
Let's leave it for the evening. Come to the tavern after sunset and we'll talk it over.
Ah.
May the Lord watch.
All right, so much for that. So let's take a look. So that was after sunset. So that could be, you know, like a larger time frame, a larger window. Whereas this says at dusk. And that looks like that's out the way towards the herbalist. Like that's the herbalist right there. So at dusk, we're going to want to go back out that way. In the meantime, I want to play some dice. Mosh.
My respects to you.
Let's play some dice, my friend.
Try your hand at dice.
Only 7. Let's go up. Which one? See, I still don't understand how the Heavenly Kingdom die works. We're gonna go with the odd dice.
Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Oh, do I want to roll again? I mean, we gotta get something, right? Yeah.
About time it went my way.
How did it go your way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing that, right? Yes, I am.
Ale for me.
But why is it still only at 1,500? Oh no, there we go, 3,000. All right. Dude, this is crazy. I've never gotten, I mean, 2 rolls, 3,000 points. We're gonna pass. We'll take that start.
This'll be the one. Damn!
All right, so let's see. Oh, this is the only thing we have.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
All right, pass it. All we need is 550 more points. How about 3 6s on this next roll? Of ours, not his.
We'll see.
One beer.
This'll be the one.
He's on a pretty good string there. Come on, 3 6s. No, but I did get 3 4s though. Now I just need 50 points, but so we're gonna We'll play it safe. Why did he not keep that other one? I do not understand the strategy. I understand not taking a 5.
God's holy hat!
That's all we needed right there. Actually, technically, this is all we needed.
How in the name of all that's holy?
That's what I was thinking. But I only got 13 groschen out of you.